Rose Opal Knits, our knitting and other crafts podcast.
This is episode 39, and I'm Daphne.
And I'm Erica, and she's my daughter-in-law, and I'm her mother-in-law. So, hey, how you doing? Last episode, we had a giveaway for reaching 500 subscribers. And yeah. That's the prize. The winner will get that prize.
I figured I'd show it.
And
are we announcing the actual winner at the end?
I don't know. I was just gonna go right into it, and then
Okay.
I was like, I think we usually announce towards the end.
We do, but it's a subscriber giveaway.
I think we should still announce it at the end.
Whatever. That's fine. I don't care.
We'll go. We are recording this on July 3rd. And what else do I say? Oh, we have we have show notes in the description box below. So, you have finished objects.
I have one, and then I have two half objects.
Okay, you go first with your finished object.
Okay, well, my finished object's little. It's just a scrunchie.
It's cute.
So, okay.
What was
I know
that face for?
I was thinking, I don't know the pattern name, but it's by Sari Nordlund. I think that's how you say your name.
Okay.
But anyway, so it's the mini version of the scrunchie that she has. So this bow part is just smaller because I didn't want the big one. And so I'll talk about it because I didn't even show it. Anyways, so you knit this bow. And I mean, you can tell my ends are not the same because I had to do double points, and casting on double points is not my thing. And then you knit the scrunchie, and then you just tie the bow onto the scrunchie. But yeah,
It's really cute, and you wore it, and you said you like it.
I actually really like it, but it's probably because the hair tie in it was brand new. Because you had put the hair tie in it, and it was a brand new hair tie. But the yarn is my Rowan Kids Silk Haze. Forget the colorway. But it's the one that I used for my magnolia. And then the gray main color is a Coop Knits
Socks Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the color names will be in the description box.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, I was going to say something else. But I totally forget.
You had to do a provisional cast on for it?
Yeah, but I don't think I did it. I don't think I ended it right. So,
well, it looks good.
Talk about it.
I
think it looks cute, and I'm gonna probably make more without the bow. And the only reason I say without the bow is because I don't want to have to cast on.
I don't think
Double
I'd want
points.
the bow. Yeah.
I think the bow. Okay, the bow is really cute, and especially
It is
like
cute.
in your hair, or like if you wear it on your wrist. Paisley walking around with it is cute with her little chubby wrists. But I'll probably knit the scrunchie itself again, but not the bow for myself. So, but that's my finished object.
All right.
Oh, it was on my Make 9. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, it's on your Make 9.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So.
You have to post it.
I haven't. Okay, I haven't posted either of my magnolias.
Socks that you finished, right?
No, I've done the socks.
Oh, okay.
That's about
There was
it.
like mohair flying by.
I haven't washed it. I'm probably not gonna wash it.
Yeah. So I know we're not the best at keeping up with Instagram. I don't even look at Instagram every day. So.
Oh, I have not been looking at Instagram. I don't know.
I love Instagram. I mean, like, it's probably my favorite social media, but I stink at social media, I think, so.
I don't know. I haven't been wanting to be on social media. I feel like it's the same thing over and over again. So you need to, like, give it a break.
Oh, well, I mean, I hardly ever see the same thing over and over again. That's how little I look at it. So, but I don't know. I like, connecting with people on it. I just don't spend a lot of time there. Okay, so I have a finished object.
Here's just a big one.
My Sirens Cardigan. Whoa, it's doing crazy things to our lighting. My Sirens Cardigan by Ashley Lillis. And the last time I showed it, the only thing I had left to do was to pick up the stitches for the collar band. It's not a button band because there aren't any buttons. And then knit the ribbing. But I think the last time I showed it, and I meant to check, but of course I didn't. I think I showed it last in April, and I said I was going to take a break from it for 2 reasons. The weight of it and the large needles were making my hands ache. Plus, I was going into March, which was the course that I signed up for, so I wanted to focus more on that. It was just a band. But still.
But you had picked it up a couple times, didn't you? Or was
not
that a
May.
different one?
I think that was in April.
I meant like, didn't you pick up the collar and then undo it?
Did I?
One of your cardigans.
That was Mary Rose's shrug. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, something you were having trouble with and you didn't like it, so you kept undoing it.
Here, I guess I could try it on. We have room behind us now. Okay.
I like it. I kind of want one. Actually.
I'll do that. It won't look good on top of this shirt, but hold on a second. Okay, so here it is on. Here's the back. And then the front, and it just kind of hangs open. And it fits really good. Oh, did you see my legs in my short skirt? But that's it. I like it. And it doesn't feel heavy on. It just felt heavy while I was knitting it. So I think it's going to be great in the winter.
I kind of want one.
All right. So I took it off because it got really warm fast. So what I did, it's a bulky weight cardigan, and I held 2 strands of Lion's Brand Mandala in the Sirens colorway with 1 strand of this black Lion's Brand Pound of Love. And I think these are DKs, and this is worsted. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what I did. And I don't remember which needle size I used, but if you want to know, I did a gauge swatch, so I used the needles that I got gauge with. But
I think it was a 13 or 15.
Yes.
It was one of those
That
two.
sounds right. And I don't even remember which size I knit now. But if you are interested, just leave a comment or send an email to roseopalknits@gmail.com. And I'll get back with you as soon as I can. All right. You have half objects now?
Yeah, I have 2 of them. Let's start with this one though. Okay, so this is my
I feel like you're
fairy dust, I think, by Woolfield. But anyway, so it's just this lace pattern and the picot edge. I don't know. I wouldn't call it cast on because you don't cast it on like that. But anyway,
no, it's just the edge, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so the picot and then the lace, and then I did do the slip stitch heel that it calls for, and I don't know what toe it called for, but I did a wedge toe. But anyway, so meant to put a stitch marker on here. But anyway, so I was like halfway through the foot or something like that. I had some of the foot done last podcast, but since then I finished the lace on this one, and now I just need to move on to the heel. So this is the yarn, and it is Kim Dye's yarn. I think I have the tag in the Vicar in a tutu. That's the yarn. So, oh yeah, that's my socks. And then I'll show my other one too, real quick. But my other one, since we were talking about shorties, I decided to make a pair of shorties in scrap yarn. So the top color is Shoppel.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I think.
And the color is just a number. And then this is Coop Knits Socks Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the colorway either, but
it'll be in the description box.
It's the same color that I used for my Bright Feather and the Sunday suit that I knit. But I think I did 18 rounds in ribbing, and then went directly into the slip stitch heel, because slip stitch heels work better for shorties in my opinion. And then it's just a wedge toe. Like
see,
normal.
I like how long. Oh gosh. I don't think the camera and the lighting like these blue sock blockers.
Like, I don't know.
But I want to put it close. So she did a long cuff and then went right. Did you go right into the slip stitch? Yeah, it went right into the slip stitch heel. So I mean, of course, I haven't tried these on because she has like a size 7 foot, and I wear a 10 and a half.
I meant to let you try it on before.
Before you closed it, yeah.
But I mean, okay, so it started, but it's like I think 2 rounds in, not even. What's this other one?
Oh, that's your second.
Yeah.
Yay for
so I mean, it's getting there. But I didn't want to do socks anymore after this. After we went to DC, I was like, oh, I'm done with socks.
Oh. Did you start the second one on that one? Did you show it?
Yeah.
I don't know
I
what
even
I was
talked
doing.
about how all I need to do is the heel flap. Like, I finished all the lace. And I need to go into the heel flap.
I was daydreaming. I don't know.
Okay, but anyways, so I did mess up on this sock, actually. I told you, too. So it probably wouldn't fit super great. But there's only 26 rounds.
Oh, yeah, you made the heel flap short.
Accidentally. I miscounted. So instead of 28 back and forth, it's only 26. So, but I mean, that doesn't bother me because, like I said, I knit the cuff longer than I normally do. But just by trying it on, it doesn't feel like it's gonna slip at all. Whereas, like my other shorties that I knit, it was like hippos for St. Patty's Day that I had.
Yep.
I only knit like 6 or 8 rounds, and I feel like they slide quite a bit. But these ones, when I tried them on, they don't. So I think my idea worked.
That's good.
But yeah, those are my half objects.
I have a half object too, and you've been seeing this sock around. So this is my DK weight sock that I used in the demonstration video to show how our DK weight sock recipes.
We point to the back of our projects when we point because you were circling the
sorry,
the back.
Yeah, the gusset stitches. But anyway, that's on the channel. I feel like I'm not making sense. Anyway, the last time I showed this sock, I was around here, and then I continued to work on the leg, and then you'll see I kind of switched it up. So I'm holding okay, can you hold this for a minute? So I got a new project bag to hold that sock because I saw it. It's by Cherry Pie Cottage, and I saw it, either saw it on Instagram or on Etsy. I don't remember which one, but I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, my DK weight socks would look perfect in that little, because it was like a small or an extra small, so I knew it would be perfect for socks. So I thought, oh, that'll be perfect. And it does, look at it. It matches. Don't you love when your project matches your project bag? I do. So I am holding, so for the cuff, I held 2 strands of this, which this is Lofty Loops Bunny Slope. I should have the tags in here. Yep, I do. Lofty Loops Bunny Slope. It's pretty. And then for the body of the foot, I held 1 strand of the Lofty Loops and 1 strand of this, which is, let me put the Lofty Loops back in, which is Sweet Mountain Yarn in the Underwater Adventure colorway. And then for the toe, so then I was like, I got bored. I get bored with the vanilla socks. I really do. So I got bored, and towards the toe, I decided to stripe. So then I held 2 of the Lofty Loops Bunny Slope together, 2 of the Underwater Adventure together, and did that, I think 3 times each. And then I finished off the toe with 2 strands of the, I don't have enough hands, Sweet Mountain yarn. So now, I can just put it back in my bag.
Like, look, you're throwing stuff in front of you instead of just sticking it in your bag, and you're gonna be like, where did I put those tags? You didn't put the tags in the bag.
I will in a minute. I will. Well, we're done. But it's a great bag. Look, and it's got this little thing to clip stuff on. It doesn't have any pockets, but it doesn't really need pockets. So I wanted to talk about the sock. So if you've been watching us for a little while, you know that we put our DK weight sock recipe on the roseopalknits website, the blog section. So that's roseopalknits.com. And when you get to the end of the recipe, it doesn't give you toe numbers or anything. It just says, you can use this toe or that toe or this toe, whichever toe you prefer. So I went ahead and I decided to work out the numbers for the small, medium, and large sizes for the star toe, which that's what this is. Star toe. You see that? And the barn toe and the round toe. And those are all toe recipes, but I don't want to call them patterns because they don't really have numbers, but they have like the recipe, like you do this and this, work your numbers, blah, blah, blah. Online available. So I just went ahead and used the numbers that we use for our DK weight sock and then worked the toes. And I knit every toe and took pictures. So those toes, the numbers for the small, medium, and large of all 3 of those toes will be on the blog in this next coming week, as soon as I can get them all done and make sure and edited and stuff. But none of them need to be Kitchenered. So if you don't like to Kitchener, you can just do the circular close like you would at the top of a hat, and that's what it looks like. And if you do like to Kitchener, you can totally Kitchener them too, like it's your choice, but you don't have to. So there we go. And how many more whips do you have?
4.
I have 3, so go ahead.
We'll start with this one because I've already shown this one. The rest of them are all new. Okay, so this is my Stockholm Slipover by Petite Knits, and it's kind of hard to show where I was. But anyways, so I was there. So from that stitch marker, it's actually worked. So from the green, it's really hard, but the green up here to down here was what I did already. So I finished.
Wait, and that was just the back.
Yeah.
You didn't have any of the front done, right?
That's what I was gonna explain.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, so I finished the back piece as far down as I needed to. But anyway, so the back got finished, and then you do the front. And
top portion, right?
Yeah.
The front top portion.
So you do the top portion, and then you join them in the round. So then all the green's done basically, and then so I've already picked up and finished all the ribbing, but when I got to the sleeves, I decided I didn't like it, the sleeves, but this side ribbing. So this is the first side I did. No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't know which side.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyway. So this is the first side I did. And it is knit on a US 9. And it curls up and it like sticks out funny. So then the second one, I redid it on a size 8 and put decreases on the armpit.
Size 8, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I decreased under here and it looks way better and it doesn't curl. So now I'd already done the neck ribbing and the bottom ribbing on the 9s. So I'm redoing it on a US 8 right now. And then I have to undo the one shoulder and the collar band and redo them on the 8.
I was just getting ready to ask you if you had done the collar band.
Nope. No, because I didn't want to have to cut any more yarn. So I didn't want to have extra ends. So I'm going to use the yarn that I had already knit this with and use it on the other arm and then use that arm as the collar because they had more stitches. So I figured I might not have to cut it, hopefully, and have extra ends because there's already a lot. So
now I got fuzz on my face again.
But I am almost there. But yeah, so I was just trying to figure out how to make it lay right. I don't know. It's not the pattern's fault though either, because the pattern actually, I added the second color because I ran out of green yarn.
Which you thought you probably were going to.
Yeah, I figured I was going to.
I think it looks nice.
I like it actually, but I don't know why. It's probably because I didn't knit the right size, apparently. I don't know. Something's off with either my gauge or what size I should have knit. But
well, it's kind of hard. You're pregnant.
I know, but I think it was my gauge. But I checked it. So I don't know. Something's off with what I did and what size I knitted on. So. Okay.
For my next whip, I have another sock because, you know, it is summer sock camp. Oh, and this is my VIP week. I'm so excited. So I've shown this sock before. I am holding it in this purse that my friend gave me for my birthday. And this is, I'm calling this my reaping sock because I'm using Yarnberry Hunger Games collection in the reaping colorway. And this Mockingjay Progress Keeper came with the yarn. Here, will you hold that for a minute? So here's the yarn in the cake.
It's kind of scraping. I feel like I've said that before.
Oh, wrong pocket. This purse has lots of pockets for a little purse. There we go.
We did this last time too.
So, the Yarnberry, the reaping. Classic socks, 75-25. And one last look in the cake. So this sock is a sock that I did a 1x1 rib, and I was gonna knit it vanilla, but then, like I said, I get bored with vanilla, and I'm knitting it on two 16-inch circulars, US 1.5s, which is a 2.5 millimeter, I think. We don't always remember the millimeters. But I wanted to show you, so this is a knit and purl, but also twisted knit stitches as well sometimes on the front here. And then this is just a purl separation. It's on both sides. So, and I really like the way it looks, and I can't wait to see it blocked out because I think it'll be really pretty. But then when I got to the heel flap, I wanted it to kind of mirror the front of the sock. So this is a slip stitch heel, but it's worked different. So the stitches up here shift, so I shifted back and forth the stitches on the flap, and I think it looks, you know, similar. But I'm very happy with it. I'm in the gusset decreases, and I'm looking forward to finishing it. I think that's all I have to say about it. So you can go.
Oh. Okay. So this is kind of hard to show because I'm in a weird spot because I had to I don't even know where I'm at right this second. I do if I look at the pattern. But anyways, it's really hard to show. Anyways, so this is it. And it is actually a tank top. It's the Opal Summer Top by Leanne Lynn, I think is the name. So it's really hard to show because I worked the top and then now it's like splitting for where the armholes are. So that's it so far. It's just really hard to show. And hold on, I gotta put this back in so I don't lose stitches. But so this yarn right now is just this bare yarn that I got from Dyer Supplier. And I think it's 75.25. But I'm not sure because I bought it a while ago. But so this top stripes. So I have the other striped colors. So this is gonna be the next color, and then that's gonna be the next color. So this is Coop Knits Socks Yeah. And you gotta read that. I don't know how to read these apparently.
Chalcedony? I don't know. Chalcedony.
Okay. And then, so this is going to be the bottom color, the blue, not the yellow. But this is the Willow Tree Yarn Rainy Day Sock Set. Yeah. But those are going to be my stripes. So it's going to go that way. But yeah.
Whacked me in the face.
Sorry, I didn't think about it. I forgot there were needles attached. But yeah, so kind of hard to show that right now.
Yeah, because it's at the very beginning.
Yeah, well, I don't know, then the pattern confused me and then I put it down. So that's generally what happens.
Oh, so I'm still doing Tiny Decisions. So I finished out June with my Tiny Decisions wheel, one spin a day for one project a day. And I liked that, but I wanted to switch it up for July. So now I'm doing 3 spins in the morning and then going 4 days with those 3 spins. So I can work on any of those 3 projects over any of those 4 days. And then the last 3 days, so it works out 4-day intervals until the end of the month, and then it's just 3 days. So, but I'm sure I'll switch it up in August too, because that's how I am. But, so, I spun my Noah shawl 4 times, I think. And I made some good progress. Oh, this is my White Rose Fiber Co. project bag with the bees on it, the outside and the inside. And I love it. It's a nice size bag. And here is my oh, it's thundering. It's cloudy today and it's actually kind of cool.
Oh yeah, it's really nice out actually right now.
And but it's cloudy, overcast, and I think we're expecting scattered thunder showers. It's been like that for 3 or 4 days now.
Oh, has it? Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense because it's rained.
That's what I mean, yes.
It's just been like raining randomly.
Yeah.
I never thought about the fact that it was like
scattered
thunderstorms or anything.
All right, so the last time I showed this shawl, I was here. And so I knit, this is a slip stitch section here. And then it's like a mesh eyelet yarn over section here. And then this is supposed to be a bobble section. And it's not. Because I love the way bobbles look, but every time I read how to make a bobble, I go, it's not for me. So I did it. Now I'm just knitting back and forth and making the increases where I'm supposed to. So there's no bobbles. And I think there's another bobble section somewhere later in the shawl. I'm not going to knit those either. Oh, don't give me a hard time.
Bobbles aren't hard.
I didn't say they were hard.
They're not. I know. I'm just saying.
They're not.
They're not. You just have to find one that works for you.
They're not for me. But so most of the yarn is willow tree yarn. So all this to here, through here is willow tree yarn, and then this right here is a yarn Brary mini that I got with Jane Austen sock set like last year. And then this one and this one are willow tree yarn. That was in my Sunset Highway. And then this little dark stripe right there is this one. And that's left over from my Sunset Highway too. And that's Queen City Yarns. And Earl Grey? No.
No, it's something coffee. Like some coffee theme.
Was it coffee? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking it was tea. But I don't know.
I think it was coffee.
Okay. I don't have the tag anymore. But so that'll be the next section. And I think it's a stripy section. Okay. And I'm not sure what color I'm pairing with it yet. I haven't gotten that far because I didn't spin it again. So. But so that's that. And I'm really enjoying it. It's a very what's the word? Soothing knit without being boring. So that's that.
Okay. I have another blanket. Oh, and I was in the middle of a round, so I was putting the stitches on the other side so I could actually show it. So this is a baby blanket. It is the Westport blanket by 5410 Studio. I really like their blanket pattern.
Oh, okay.
And they're really easy and simple. But anyway, so Holden chose the pattern. And it's just this like knit purl thing going on. Which, okay, so all their patterns are really simple because of the fact that they really only do knits and purls and stuff. So this is going to be for our baby when he's born. And the yarn is...
He's due July 31st.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting close.
So over it.
Well, I imagine you are.
Anyways, the yarn is Karen Cotton Cakes. And Holden told me, I asked Holden, what color should his blanket be? And he just says yellow. And I'm like, I'm not doing solid yellow. Because then I would have just knit like a mustardy color. And I didn't want to do that. So this is sunflowers, actually. So it's really pretty, though.
It is pretty.
Mm-hmm. Look, all his stuff's in here.
Nice and cheery. Oh, yeah.
And
his other knits. Uh-huh.
They're just sitting in my basket. So I didn't lose them. I felt like that was a safe place for them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so...
What size needles are you using?
These are 10 and a half, I think. Yeah, 10 and a half, which is a 6.5 millimeter. So, and I'm knitting the biggest size because I cast it on for the normal
size.
It wasn't the smallest size.
It wasn't the smallest?
It was the medium or something like that.
Oh, it was tiny.
It was so small though, and I'm like, that's too small. So I ripped it out. I got like 3 or 4 rows in, and I was like, that's too small. Because I mean,
I guess it could have been like a infant car seat like size blanket where you just kind of tucked it around, but
I don't do that.
I don't know. It was little. Yeah.
It was so little, and I was like, this is the first time it's ever been like that little when I knit it. So I was like, I don't understand what's going on. So, but it's redone, and it's just sitting in my cute little basket. That's why all this other stuff's in there too.
So, this is just a bag, like a craft bag from AC Moore, I think. It's like old. And in it is my Draco. I think that's how you say it. And it's been a long time since I worked on it. But I spun it on my wheel. So I picked it up and I went to town. Because, here, first off, let me tell you about the yarn before I put the bag down. So I am using Barocco Remix Light and the color 6984.
Is that what the pattern calls for?
Yes.
Okay. I thought
so. This is the yarn the pattern calls for. It's a 3, which is DK, right? Mm-hmm. And it's 432 yards per 100 grams. And it's made up of a bunch of different fiber. 30% nylon, 27% cotton, 24% acrylic, 10% silk, and 9% linen. And I really like it.
Well, based on the yardage,
yeah, it's
that's like a fingering actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, but okay. That's a problem I have with trying to find yarn sometimes.
I'm pretty sure it's labeled as a DK weight.
Yeah, but based on the yardage to grams, it would be a fingering.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying, but I think that's like...
That's why it confuses me, because I'm like, trying to find yarn,
how
and then, like,
it
then
knits
I have
up.
problems.
So, I did a gauge swatch, and I got gauge with US 4 and US 6. So if you've been watching us for a while, you might remember that the last time I showed it, I was about in this same spot. So this is the front, and this is the back where the short rows are. And I think I'm only 3 or 4 rows past where I was, because it was like a tale of woe. The last time I showed it, I realized that when I had gotten down to this pearl bump right here, that I forgot to go up to the US size 6 after I knit the collar stitches. Wah, wah. So when I spun it on my Tiny Decisions wheel, I ripped it back, and the yarn was real nice to rip back. It didn't knot up or stick together, but the loops were still nice and defined, so it was very easy to just slip my needle back in and start, moving forward. And with the US 6s. And that's what I did. And it's been enjoyable to knit. And I think I'm going to like wearing it.
I like the yarn knit up.
I can totally see myself using this yarn again, as far as knitting it goes. And I really like the pattern. So hopefully, the next time you see it, I will be a lot further. Because on the 1st of July, when I made my 3 spins for the next 4 days, I spun this, the Duraco, pronounce it. And actually my sock, my reaping sock, I spun that. And then I spun my bulky cow, which you guys haven't seen in forever. I don't think you've seen it since like March or something. But I haven't even picked it up yet, because I've been picking this one up mainly. But anyway, that's that. And it's so interesting that I got an email from Susan. Hi, Susan. Asking about this pattern and the yarn, because she was interested in knitting the pattern with the yarn. And I told her what I could about it, but I also let her know that Brenda of Night Owl Fibers is knitting it with the same yarn, and she's further than I am. So, and she talked about it in their last episode, so you should go check that out too if you're interested in the yarn or the sweater or both.
Alright, I only have one more.
This is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's in that bag?
Those are my socks.
Oh.
I didn't show any of my bags, you guys. So my socks are in my Mountain Stitches? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bag. And then my Stockholm is in my Dolphina Collections bag. And then the Umbel summer top is in the Stitching Plaza. I always forget the name of that one. But anyways, and then this one is in a Molly Klein bag. But anyways, so this is also a new cast on. Look, my skein of yarn keeps coming undone. And I just bought this yarn too from our local yarn shop, the Yarn Maven. And I've used this before. It is Classic Elite Yarns in the on the Mica base.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the color is 6297. And so I am knitting. I saw this picture on Instagram, okay? And for some reason, even though totally not what I wear at all, anything like it's a tube top, okay? So I'm gonna knit I-cord straps for it because I'm not wearing a tube top. But anyway, so it is a tube top. It is the Bobby tube top, I think. I think that's what it's called. By Joanne Ho. I don't know if that's pronounced right.
Well, I put the names on the screen too.
But anyways, so it's this cabled tube top with bobbles. They're not hard.
I didn't say they were.
Easy.
I just said they weren't for
But
me.
anyways, so this is the front. And then the back also has it on it. But I opted not to do the bobbles on the back just because I gotta send you the picture so you can put the picture in of how it was styled. I just saw it with a cardigan over it and everything. I was like,
it was styled flat. Like, it's not on a person. It was just laid flat.
It was just a picture, okay? And I loved it. And then I realized that it was a knitting pattern. So I was like, I need that. But anyway, so the back, I opted not to do the bobbles because I felt like the bobbles would make bumps. Like, I don't know. I didn't like the idea of bobbles
you would definitely
being on my
see
back.
the bobbles through your cardigan, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, I got this far, and then I stopped because I realized I didn't cable that little section. So then it made me mad.
So are you going to drop down, or are you going to rip it back?
Nope.
Oh.
I just needed a minute without it in my mind.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, I'm like halfway done the first chart repeat. So, like I'm literally halfway done with it. So, it's really not that big, but I also bought an extra skein of yarn. So I have 4 of these. I only needed 3 for my size. But like I said, I'm going to add I-cord straps to it just so I don't have to worry about it falling down or a kid pulling it down or anything. So, but, and it probably will always be styled with something over it. Or, like I said, like I was telling her, like get a button up and like kind of like a corset look to it, but it's not a corset, obviously. So, but I've seen it styled like that. Not this.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before,
but
I'm not up on fashion, so
I thought it would be cute. So
I have a small cross stitch update. So I worked a little bit on my dimensions kit via Light that I am stitching along with Amy of Noble Character Crafts. She showed this kit last year on her podcast, and I went and bought it afterwards. So she's further along than I am because she gives it time every day, and I don't. But I got a great suggestion that I'd never heard before from someone that said you could lay a white towel down like on your lap, and that'll help you see the holes. I have trouble with dark fabric. So I will pop a picture in to show you where I was the last time I showed it. And this is where I am now. So not a lot of progress, but definite progress. And I should have something behind it. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Oh, it's blowing out. And I'm just using all kitted materials, the 14 count navy blue Ada, and then these are the floss colors that came with the project. And I feel like it doesn't look like I got a lot done because I focused mainly on this blue here and this blue here. So they're so close to the fabric that they don't just jump off the fabric at you and say, look at me, I'm there. But anyway, it's enjoyable. I love dimension kits. I feel like, okay, here's my opinion about dimension kits, especially dimension gold kits, but which this one isn't, but they have lots of blends, and where you take one strand from one color, another strand from another color. And they also don't do large sections of the same color. So a term that's used with cross stitch is confetti. And I wouldn't say that they're confetti heavy, but there's definitely just small sections, like either thin lines or just little sections of the same color before you're moving on to another blend or another solid color. So, I mean, it does take some extra work. You're switching out your threads a lot. But I enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to having that one finished eventually. So that's it.
For knitting.
That's it for whips. So we do have some purchases this time. We haven't had any for several episodes, but we do have some this time. But because that's not everybody's cup of tea, do you want to announce the winner now?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
so
that's fine. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and announce the our 500 subscriber winner.
Yeah, I'll show the yarn again.
Yep, she's gonna show the price. That's Queen City, donated by Queen City Yarn. It's a bulky.
It's one of a kind. That's what it says. So it's 106 yards.
It's 100% superwash merino. Is that what it is?
Yes.
It's pretty. And we had asked you to be a subscriber and leave a comment. And if you wanted to let us know how long you'd been watching, if you wanted to let us know where you were located, that would be fun too. Because I think we haven't said this episode, but we are located in Delaware, in the USA. And just tell us anything. If you had a podcast, let us know about it. And anything else you wanted to tell us. And we got some really great comments. And I wanted to, several of you, well, more than several, told us that you found our podcast through other podcasts when they gave us shout outs. So I just wanted to mention those podcasts because they've been great support to us through our knitting podcast journey this last year and a half. And so several people mentioned Amy of Noble Character Crafts. And then I think each one of these people got at least one mention, maybe two. But Tracy of Grizzly Knits, Brenda and Rachel of Night Owl Fibers, and Caitlin of Cozy Moth Knits. So, hi ladies. We appreciate you. And also, one of you, I don't remember her name, asked how we got Rose Opal Knits. And we actually talk a little bit about that in the introduction video on this channel, but I'm going to go ahead and answer that now. So, I think Daphne and I, didn't we talk about like doing a podcast for a little while before we actually decided to do it? I wanted to do a podcast.
Okay, she made it seem like she was joking. And then Holden kept saying, you guys should just do it. But then she never seemed serious about it until like randomly, and then we did it. So I don't know.
I was nervous about the whole thing.
The whole process of getting here took
a year. It took a year.
Yeah, it took a long time, okay?
It took a year. So we uploaded our first video, the introduction video, on December 31st, 2019. And it was, I don't know, Christmas of 2018, I think, when Holden said, would that make sense?
Maybe.
When Holden said, you guys should do your own podcast or something. Anyway. But anyway, so we got serious, but then we were like, well, we can't do it without a name. And if, instead of just like calling our channel like Daphne and Erica Knits or something easy like that, that would have been so easy. We probably should have done that. We tried to come up with different names that would that weren't random, that like meant something. Like our last name is Saint, so we tried to use the word Saint. And then we talked about like using like location names from our area, and it just, none of them sounded great. And so then I was thinking about it one day, and just trying to draw a connection with both of us. So my 4-year-old daughter, Mary Rose, and Daphne both have October birthdays, and the October birthstone is an opal. So then I just Googled opals and looked at images and came across the rose opal stone, and I thought, oh, that's pretty. It's light pink, and it had the word rose. So then there's a connection there. Mary Rose, my daughter, and Daphne share the October birthday, which is
Holden also got married in October.
Yeah,
too.
October is a big month. October's a big month. I got married in October.
Oh yeah, totally forgot about that one.
Yeah, so our wedding anniversaries are in October. Mary Rose and Daphne have an October birthday, so we discussed it and we decided to go with Rose Opal Knits. But also we're not into gemology or the spiritual side of gemstones at all. But when I saw this picture of the rose opal, it gave a description of the rose opal, and the description said this: Rose opal is said to release us from our inhibitions and allow us to express ourselves openly, revealing our true nature. It encourages generosity on a community level. And I thought, all right. We've been talking about this podcast for a year, and I've been nervous about it, but wanting to do it. And the whole reason was to feel more connected to a community of knitters. Because, I mean, I didn't really know any knitters.
My eye is so itchy. I feel like I have an eyelash in it. I don't know what's going on. It's fine though.
Okay.
I don't actually care.
So I didn't really know any knitters for years. And when I started knitting, our local yarn store wasn't there in town. I kind of had to drive a distance to get to a local yarn store. And I didn't know of any knitting groups or anything. But, and I did find knitters online, and that's great community. And this is just a way to build upon that community. So it just all came together. It felt right. Rose Opal Knits. So that answers that question. Oh yeah.
The winner's on
and
the
winner is Eileen Hurlbert. Your name's going across the screen right now. Congratulations. Please email us at roseopalknits@gmail.com with your mailing address, and we will get your skein of yarn out to you as soon as we can. All right.
I mean,
so Daphne's due on July 31st. So we will see.
Both Mason and Paisley were earlier than my due dates. So.
Yeah, we will see.
Let's see.
If we're not back in 2 weeks, maybe 3, 4, we'll see. But you'll know. We'll post something.
Yeah.
And maybe in the community section, or maybe I'll just pop on by myself. I don't know if any of you would be interested in that. But
you'll say that, and you'll never do that. I feel like.
I don't know. We'll see. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.